And we welcome you here. It is the Ty Walker Show. To be honest, I don't even know what episode this is. We took a little bit of a break, but we're back. I'm back here with Trev Prod. We were supposed to have another guy on. Hopefully, he can be on later in the show. Oh, speaking of him, I think he's here right now. Is that Sonny Messi? It is. He came in right on timing today. What's up, Sonny
What?
Messi? Our new guy
What's
on the
up?
show.
What's up?
Well,
What's
we
up?
have. What's up? Well, he's making his
Not
debut here on
much.
the show. He's going to be hopefully everyday guy maybe. But we have a
Hopefully.
loaded show for everyone today. Let's go ahead and get started. By the way, I'm Ty Walker. That's Trev Productions. I'm pointing my wrong way. That's Trev Productions over there. We can't even see. Okay, not yet. There's Trev Productions, and then down there, that's Sonny Messi on his first ever show. Let's go ahead and get into this.
What's
What?
up?
You guys ready?
Yes, sir. Let's get
Yeah.
started.
Well, we're just going to start off the show. We're going to start the show off in the AFC West. I always like, because I'm a Chiefs fan, and I always like to start off with some Chiefs news. So let's go ahead and do this. So, Chris Jones, obviously, a lot of rumors that we might get a contract extension on Chris Jones, took to Instagram on a quote. He quoted a song called "Off the Lean" by Boy Never Broke My Heart. I've never heard of that band, never heard of that song. But he put
Never
out
heard
a
of it
quote that says this: "Turn down that deal to save the whole clique."
either.
Oh, I don't know if this is a hint at something, but it could have been a hint that he turned down a deal from the Kansas City Chiefs on the contract extension. What are you guys' thoughts on this? We'll start with Trev.
I mean, he probably did, to be honest. He
Is
probably
that what
did
you guys
reject.
say?
Yeah, he probably did reject the deal just by what he's saying.
Messi, what do you
But
think about that?
I mean, to be honest, though, I really do not know this song mostly about. I'm just really curious about what Chris Jones' future is. I really do hope he gets that extension to the Chiefs, but who knows? But maybe he rejected that first deal. It was worth less money. Maybe he wanted a bit more because he's he's won the Super Bowl twice with the Chiefs. So I think he kind of earns a
Yeah,
little bit more money. To, but the Chiefs don't want to use all that money because of the cap space to bring in new players into the team. So I don't know what the song is, but I really do hope that the Chiefs and Chris Jones make a great decision to get a new contract essentially worth not much, not more, but the right amount in order to save some cap space for the team. That's what I think.
yeah. Well, there was quotes earlier, like not yesterday, but there's quotes earlier that Chris Jones was saying he wants to be a Chief for life. I don't know, like this could have been just a random song he was listening to, and that was just a quote that he liked. But who knows? It could have meant something. Chris Jones also did say he wants to be the highest paid defensive tackle in the league, which right now it is one of Sonny Messi's players, Dexter Lawrence, Sexy Dexy.
what
I
the?
guess I guess mentioned 4 years, man. Really happy for him,
Yeah,
for Dexy. He had a great season, got a Pro Bowl season. Now he's back in New York, running back. That's what I gotta say.
Nah, bro. I know, Josh, the good Josh Allen, the Jags Josh Allen. I know he's not a defensive tackle, but but he's about to get that money bank. He's about to get 5 years, $150 million. Watch.
I don't think it's gonna be that much, but we'll have to
I don't
see.
know.
Well, we're gonna
That's
stay in the AFC West. We're gonna stay in the AFC West for our next conversation. So Devonte Adams went on a podcast called The Ringer, and he was talking about his first season in Las Vegas, and saying that he regrets even moving to the Las Vegas Raiders. This is a pretty long quote, saying the front office think this is the best bet for us right now to put us. I'm in a position to be urgent, Adams told the Ringer. Also noted, we don't see eye to eye right now on what we think is best for us right now. If we play for a certain brand of ball, I can get Garoppolo to confirm to whatever. But if we use him in a certain type of way, then it's going to make it tough for us to maximize who we should be this year, as also said. Very interesting. Looking like he's regretting that move to be a Las Vegas Raider. I mean, the only reason why he made that move is he wanted to show that he doesn't need Aaron Rodgers. Right now, it's
Let
looking
me tell
like
you something.
he may need
Let
Aaron
me tell you
Rodgers.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. It kind of similar to Antonio Brown back in 2019 when he got traded to the Raiders, got released. Think about it. Think about it. Think about that. Antonio Brown was traded
Yeah.
to Las Vegas. He got released not even before the start of the season because Derek Carr at quarterback. Now he's in New Orleans. Now when he signed with New England, he played with Tom Brady, but he got released after the first game. And now a couple years later, he's with the Bucs. Same with Tom Brady, won a Super Bowl, got released the following years, and now Antonio Brown in Baltimore with Lamar Jackson. I mean, it's kind of similar to the Antonio Brown situation, in my opinion.
I can
I don't know.
reject the last
Sorry,
part
what do you
you
think about? I
said.
mean, Jeff, what do you think? What about
Wait,
it,
what?
Jeff?
Wait, am I
What'd you say?
muted? or what?
Yeah. No, I can't. Your voice today.
Oh,
Your voice-
I know.
Did you
It's
celebrate
bad.
something big? The Heat winning or Nuggets playing today?
Do what?
I think he celebrated
Do
the
what?
Miami Heat winning the playoff game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Celtics.
He probably did celebrate too hard there. That's what it sounds like.
Kind of. I don't know.
I mean, Jimmy Butler do be going hard in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Although I am a Warriors fan, so
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Even though it sucks we lost.
I know it does. To LeBron and James, overrated, washed guy.
LeBron Lames.
Yes, exactly.
Well, let's go ahead and get to our next topic. Obviously, all of us know about the Pat McAfee show. Well, Pat McAfee show has signed a new contract with ESPN, so they're going to be moving off of YouTube, and it's going to be moving to ESPN. Well, a lot of his fans were not happy about the move. A lot of his fans did not like it. What do you guys think about this? Pat McAfee going to ESPN?
Well, it was good for him, obviously. But if
making that bank.
Yeah, but I watch the Pat McAfee show sometimes, and I'm not really too happy about this move. I mean, YouTube was way more better. It was way more. Okay, the fans are not out. Like, I'm a fan of the Pat McAfee show, and I'm not happy about this move. But I guess if I was Pat McAfee, I would accept that offer, obviously, because he's about to get more views probably on ESPN and also more money.
100%.
So if I was him, I would definitely accept this. But as a fan of him, I am not happy.
Messi, you got anything to add on to this?
Got no comments. Never watched the Pat McAfee show. The only reason I watched the Pat McAfee show is the Aaron Rodgers news.
Yeah.
Jets. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure we were all watching it at that time. Who wasn't?
I got no comments.
Yeah.
Who wasn't watching it?
Just some details about the ESPN contract. Some details. So obviously his show's gonna be shorter. I'm pretty sure some people are gonna get laid off as well off his crew, which sucks. Interviews supposedly are gonna be shorter now, so it looks like we won't get to see Aaron Rodgers for a lot of time as we normally get to see. And they're gonna cut the cursing because Pat McAfee does like to do that a lot. Can't do that on ESPN. So a little bit of that freedom that he had on YouTube is going to be gone now that he's moving to ESPN. But to react to how the fans were acting, Pat McAfee himself attacked the fans after the fans' decisions on that is a bad idea. What is your guys' reaction to that?
Um. Next.
No. Looks like Trev's dying over there. Sounds like.
Wait.
You're putting on me. Put on mute real quick.
Damn,
I'm back.
It's dying.
I'm good.
All right. Okay. Messi, what do you think
So-
about this? What do you think about this?
Like I said, once again, got no comments on that.
Got no comment. Okay. Trev, what do you think?
Same thing like I said last time. I mean, I could see why the fans are mad. And then Pat McAfee.
But do you think it was right of Pat McAfee to go attack his fans?
No. Because that's what made him sign the deal. His fans were the people who made him sign the deal.
Yeah.
If he didn't have those fans, he wouldn't have signed the deal.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Sorry, Messi got a brick wall in the background now. Oh, what's this?
Yes,
What is that?
great backer right there. Guess the champions of Spain
Nice.
at last. Many years, 4 years of suffering, finally league champions.
What the
Finally
fuck?
league champions of Spain.
Well, I know this was a conversation because before the show started, me and Messi had a conversation about this one, about the referees. So far in the offseason, we have seen 12 referees quit this offseason. This is the most referees that have quit since 2013. This is only the second time in NFL history that in a single offseason, a double-digit amount of refs have quit. The last time, obviously, that happened was in 2013. And we saw a significantly better number of calls that were better than the previous season, 2012. What are your guys' reaction to this? I'm going to start off with Messi here because I know he really wanted to talk about this.
Dude, this refereeing thingy is making me so upset. Honestly, the refs, dude, they were not good. Especially, no offense to you, KC, but there was a lot of things to talk about the referees. But the one thing I want to talk about, you have to go all the way back to 2019 NFC Championship game. Everyone probably knows this game. The 2019 NFC Championship game between the Rams and the Saints. During the fourth quarter, to win the game on the line for the Saints in the season and go to the Super Bowl, that call, the no pass interference call right there on the flag, probably, in my personal opinion, this will probably be the end. That's why some referees decide to quit refereeing because of that no call. The Saints were upset. I was upset because I was cheering for the Rams. And in my opinion, the Saints should have gone to the Super Bowl, and we would have seen a Drew Brees, Tom Brady Super Bowl. Probably the first, if not.
Well, to be fair, it should have been Drew Brees versus Pat Mahomes because in that AFC Championship, there was some calls that were not called on the Patriots that did alter that game a lot. I think in my mind it should have been Pat Mahomes Drew Brees Super Bowl.
Who?
Yeah, it should have been Pat Mahomes Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, 2018.
Yeah, 2018. Well, I do want to add. Yeah, I do want to add more into this. A lot of big problems this year we saw were the roughing the passing calls, and there was also a problem with my Chiefs against Indianapolis where there was a call on Chris Jones that nobody knew. It was an unsportsmanlike conduct. Still, nobody knows what Chris Jones says. I don't get it. Obviously, another problem was that roughing the passer that was called on Chris Jones. I was at that game when it happened, and don't tell me that, hey, we booed that ref. And I remember we made Carl Sheffer cry that day, but that was a very terrible call because Derek Carr did not even have the ball in his hand when it happened. He fumbled the ball. And then not to mention that same week, it was in Kansas City.
Wait.
Aaron. And then not to mention, it was against the Raiders on Monday Night Football.
Oh, that game.
Yeah.
I know that game.
And not to mention that same week on that Sunday, that game against the Atlanta Falcons and Tampa Bay Buccaneers game happened, and the Grady Jarrett call, that was the whole thing that really sparked it all on the roughing the passer, was that call, that the call on Grady Jarrett when he sacked Tom Brady, that everybody thought it was a terrible call. I thought it was a terrible call. I bet you guys thought it was a terrible call.
It was terrible.
I think that's one of the main reasons. I think that was one of the main reasons why we've seen 12 refs now gone this past offseason. And not even all of them have quit. Some of them got laid off. Trev, what do you have to add?
And some of them, one of them probably retired.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe one of them retired. Who knows?
There was one ref
Trev,
retired.
you have something to add?
Nah. Okay, yes, but I'm snapping this hot girl right now, and I gotta do this. Wait. Okay, I'm back. Anyways, after the commercial break, I mean, yeah, the refs suck. Of course, like Messi brought up that 2019 game, Saints vs Rams. That call sucked, but also I'm gonna bring back the 2017 wild card game, Kansas City. You'll probably already know what I'm gonna mention.
Oh, the Mariota thingy, right? The Mariota.
But yes, exactly. Okay.
The Mariota. I remember that Mariota thingy.
Yes.
I know that Mariota. That was a great.
That play was sick.
Thing.
Even though I'm a Jags fan,
it shouldn't be allowed. It shouldn't be allowed though. It's.
Bro, you guys blew that lead. You guys suck. Alex Smith.
We don't talk about that. Hey, Alex Smith sucks. We don't talk about it.
Bro, I'm a Jags fan. I hate Marcus Mariota. No, I don't mind him now because he's not on the Titans anymore. But that was actually a good play. Like, that was actually a great play.
That was a great play.
Can we just talk about how? Can we just talk about that fumble that they missed in that game? How Derek Johnson forced a fumble and picked it up, and they didn't call it.
Hey,
I still remember that one. It was a career fumble.
He was watching the 2017 AFC Championship where Miles Jack stripped the ball. And then they said he was down.
Do not bring that up. Please do not bring that up. I really, really hated that call to this day.
What?
That should have been Jack. That should have been Jack.
Bro, I'm a Jags fan.
The Jaguars season. I was a great Jags fan.
He's a Jaguars fan. He's a Jaguars fan.
When I was watching that game, I threw my phone across the room. It shattered into pieces. We were up 20-10, and we got the ball. We were in a comfortable position. Even though it looked like we were about to win, I still threw my phone across the whole room. And then because of that call, we lost that game. Wow. After the game, I was storming around the room. I just said one single word to myself. Fuck.
Hey, not to mention, can we just talk about Super Bowl 55, all the missed calls they had in that one as well, that they should have called on the Bucks?
Shut up!
That game was.
Stop trying to beat for your Chiefs. Next segment, bro. There was missed calls, bro. The Chiefs just sucked that game. Patrick Mahomes tried to be like Superman, throwing that ball in the end zone. He couldn't do anything.
Hey, you're talking about your team. Hey, you're talking about your team. Hey, do you want me to turn into Stephen A? Do you want me to turn into Stephen A. Smith right now?
Huh?
Do you want me to turn into Stephen A. Smith right now?
Bro, no. I'm already about to turn into Stephen A. Smith.
Let's go ahead and get to the next segment. Let's go ahead and get to the next segment before one of us turn into Stephen A. Smith. Well, there's rumors about the Arizona Cardinals, the Arizona Coyotes. I wouldn't be surprised if the Cardinals relocated as well. But the Arizona Coyotes were looking for a new stadium in Arizona near the Phoenix area. They are playing right now in the Arizona State hockey facility right now, which doesn't seat many people at all. It's only about 12,000 seats. Well, they wanted to build a new stadium. they put it out to the voters and the taxpayers. It got declined. Right, they can't even play at their old stadium right now, the Gila River Casino Stadium, because their lease expired and the city wouldn't let them play there anymore. So it looks like the Arizona almost like Cardinals again. Gosh damn, Coyotes. I've never talked about the Coyotes before in my life until now. And that's why I'm saying Cardinals. Looks like the Arizona Oh my gosh! I keep saying
You just said it 3 times.
Get it fucking right.
The Arizona Coyotes are looking for a new place to go, and there's a couple of options if they decide to relocate to a different city. 2 of them are in Texas, and 1 of them is in Missouri. The one in Missouri is Kansas City. Also, Houston's involved, and so is San Antonio. Well, a tweet got put out by Patrick Mahomes last night saying, or not last night, a couple of nights ago, saying that the Kansas City Coyotes has a nice ring to it, and mentioned the NHL Arizona Coyotes and the T-Mobile Center, which is an arena in Kansas City, Missouri, in downtown. What do you guys think about this?
Okay. I'm going to say the Arizona State Stadium only seated 5,000 people.
Oh, it does?
Yeah,
I
only
heard it's
5,000.
well. It seats 5. Well, they're somehow able to fit 12,000 in there.
They
Coyotes.
must have probably
That's what I've heard.
move seats or something. I don't know what they did with that. But yeah, I think Arizona's moving to Houston. But
No.
I think they are moving to Houston. But yeah, I think they are moving to Houston. That's just because Houston's an amazing spot for a hockey team.
No.
No, it's not.
What do you think?
It's not like Kansas City is either. But like, it's not like Houston or Kansas City are good spots for a hockey team. Like, you could have one in like Buffalo. Oh, like they have the Sabres. My bad. You could have another New Jersey team, New Jersey Coyotes. Oh yes.
They wouldn't do that.
I'm a Devils
Messi, what do you think about this?
So
yeah, I know you are. Messi, what do you think about this?
Let me just say something right now about the Arizona. They are falling apart. The part of Arizona.
Yes.
I'm talking to Phoenix as well. So let's get straight into the Arizona topic. The Arizona sports teams. What has happened to these guys? Let me just start off with something new. Let me just start off with Arizona Cardinals. All right, let me turn to Stephen A. Smith for a second. Okay. Arizona Cardinals. Let me start off with something very importantly. Their new uniforms. What the fuck is that uniforms? They look like Ohio State uniforms. Okay, Ohio State uniforms.
No, I think they look more like the Utah Utes. They look more like Utah.
They look like Utah, but in my opinion, look like Ohio State. The Diamondbacks baseball team. I don't know what the current record is. I need to find that out. What is the Arizona Diamondbacks' current record?
Let me just say they lost 8-0 to the Pirates.
All right, perfect. Let me get straight over there. The Arizona Diamondback has not made it to the World Series since 2001. And as a Yankee fan, it hurts me to this day. Even though I wasn't born in 2001. Now, let me go on to the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns, after their crushing defeat against the Denver Nuggets in Game 6. They choked it. Last year, they lost by 4 to Dallas Mavericks Luka Doncic. This year, they lost to Nikola Jokic, Denver Nuggets, who's currently now 1-0 in the series. Now you have today, they're falling apart. Kevin Durant requested somehow a trade out of Phoenix.
I know.
Already?
Yes, I know.
Already? Already?
It was funny as hell.
He
He already requested a trade.
Chris Paul requested a trade. No, Chris Paul, the Suns.
He just went there.
Out of Phoenix.
I know. Kevin Durant didn't request anything.
Oh, man. Is Devin Booker next? Are they turning into the Brooklyn Nets? Are they turning into the Brooklyn Nets?
Enough said.
Kevin Durant back to the Warriors, bitch.
Now you have
yes, sir.
the fourth sports team, which is the Arizona Coyotes. The Coyotes, with their old stadium, will somehow fit 12,000 people. My personal opinion, just relocate to a new team. Probably Missouri, probably Houston. I don't even know. Patrick Mahomes got that big chick money right there. Had that $400 million contract. I don't even know how. But I personally
Over 500 million. It's over 500 million.
Now let me say something right now. If Patrick Mahomes buys the Arizona Coyotes, they're automatically going to Kansas City. But in my personal opinion, the Arizona Coyotes can build a new stadium. We don't know when that will be. It'll probably be until like 2025, 2026.
Well, here's the problem. Here's the problem. They tried.
It's been a year, Daddy. I really miss you.
Trev, stop.
Mommy says you went to the store to get milk.
Trev, stop.
Anyways.
Yeah, you're gonna be canceled, dog. Don't stop. Stop.
We're not playing that. We don't want to get copyright strike.
Well,
they could build a new stadium. They could build a new stadium, but obviously, like I said, it got declined by the voters.
Now
in Phoenix area.
Now we have the other option, relocation. Houston, they don't have a hockey team. San Antonio, they don't have a hockey team. Kansas City, they don't have a hockey team. But in a long time. But the best thing possible for me, in my opinion, is probably move to a new state. Personally, my opinion, though, now you have all Arizona sports.
Well, I will point out, Houston does have a stadium. Houston does have a stadium, but here's the problem with that. They would have to share the stadium with the Houston Rockets. Now, if there's also San Antonio on the list.
Same thing as Madison Square Garden with the Knicks and the Rangers. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big.
Well, let me go through the list. Let me go through the list first. San Antonio, same thing. They have to share a stadium with, obviously, the Spurs. But Kansas City I feel like Kansas City is more intriguing. The Arizona Coyotes are going to get a stadium to themselves. Nobody really uses the Sprint Center for concerts except for the Big 12 tournament. That's the only thing that's going to stand in their way.
No.
The Coyotes, I feel like the Coyotes are the best option. You were talking about the big money that Mahomes makes. He makes over $500 million on his contract. And obviously there's talks that they might restructure the contract to make him the highest paid quarterback in the league again. Well, I was listening to The Drive, 600 Sports Radio. Shout out to Carrington Harrison. Me and him have been talking a lot on Twitter. And he pointed this out. The last time an NHL team got sold was in 2019. And no surprise, you know what team it was that got sold? The Arizona Coyotes. They were sold for $600 million, okay? Now, it may seem like a lot of money, okay? It seems like a lot of money, doesn't it?
It's not. It's very little.
You look at these other sports. Look at the other sports.
Commanders.
The Phoenix Suns Commanders $6 billion. The Phoenix Suns, they got sold for $3 billion. So if you want to talk about money, that's not as much money. That's not as much money as some of these other franchises in other sports like basketball, like I said, the Phoenix Suns and Washington Commanders. I feel like a guy like Patrick Mahomes could easily go in and buy out the Arizona Coyotes and bring them to Kansas City. Like I said, there's an arena. There's an arena downtown in Kansas City that they could play in that nobody really uses except for concerts that holds a lot of people. Like, it's a major arena that they could play in. Also, like I pointed out, Mahomes...
Hear me out.
Let Messi talk first. Hear
me out on this brilliant idea that I could have in my opinion. My personal opinion, I really say that move to Phoenix. That's my personal opinion, Because think about it.
Really?
Think about it.
Okay.
Think about it. You stay in Arizona, right? Phoenix Suns has their arena. Why not share the arena with the Coyotes and name it to the Phoenix Coyotes? Can't be similar, can't be different, though, but maybe personally.
Well, they'll probably keep it the Arizona. They would probably keep it the Arizona Coyotes. They would probably keep it the Arizona Coyotes.
Yeah. But in my opinion, though, I really do see them move to the court in Phoenix Suns. That's my personal opinion.
But why? But like I said, why move to a stadium where you have? But why move to a stadium where you have to share with somebody when there's an option in Kansas City where you have your whole arena to yourself?
I found my
Rangers
case.
and the Knicks had to share the same before. They shared Madison Square Garden. It's nothing new
Well, yeah,
because
yeah.
Yes.
But let's say,
Well-
hey, Messi, but tell me if you're a franchise though, and would you rather want your own stadium to yourself, or do you want to share a stadium? Because what if you're a state? What if you're both are in the playoffs at the same time? This happened with the Lakers and the Clippers, where they were both in the playoffs at the same time. They had to change the court quickly before the game started. What if, let's say, they move to Houston? Okay. Now, I doubt it's going to happen, but there's a possibility. I mean, you never know. Let's say Houston makes the playoffs, okay? Now, we all know it won't happen for a while, but let's say Houston made the playoffs. And let's say the Coyotes move to Houston and they make the playoffs.
Fuck
What if they
no!
have to play on the same What if they had to play on the same night? What if they had to play on the same night? They would have to convert
There's a
first that
thing
hardwood
called
floor.
away. There's a thing called traveling. They're gonna make that schedule before they both play. That's why the NHL makes the schedule ahead of time. Because they both play home, one of the teams is gonna be away. There's just that.
I told you. I already told you an example, okay?
One of the
The
teams has to
Clippers and the Clippers and the Lakers. Clippers and the Lakers. Now, I mean, obviously, same sport, but they share an arena, okay? But they had to play at home, both teams on the same night. The Lakers and the Clippers both played at home the same night. The Clippers played the day game. They had to quickly change the floor over. I bet there was probably some hardware floor problems in that game. I wouldn't be surprised for how quickly they had to change the court because the Lakers had to play that same night in the same arena. You get what I'm saying with the problem? What if like somehow the schedule gets messed up because the schedule's made, but you don't know who's going to make the playoffs. You don't know until the playoffs happen, and you may have a problem that ends up happening that the Houston Rockets and the Houston Coyotes are both playing the same night, and they have to somehow change the hardwood floor into ice.
Okay,
I feel like
wait.
that's a problem.
Wait. Can I stop you? There is no way the Houston Rockets and the Coyotes are gonna make the playoffs in the same year. But if it does,
Okay, I doubt it's gonna happen, but I'm bringing out an example, okay? I'm not saying that's gonna happen. Did I say it's gonna happen?
they can schedule the days for they can schedule the games for
You
like
can't reschedule it because they're
different
gonna have
games.
the playoff schedule already released. They already have the playoff schedule released before the season starts. They already know the days they're gonna have it.
And
But
they're probably gonna.
but you don't. The thing is, you don't know who's gonna. You
Same
don't
thing
know
with
who's gonna make the
Madison Square
playoffs until the
Garden.
playoffs start.
How do you think Madison Square Garden stays alive when the Knicks and the Rangers are both in the playoffs? They were both in the playoffs this year.
The Rangers moved stadiums. Didn't the Rangers move stadiums? I believe.
No, they're in Madison Square Garden still.
No, they didn't.
And
No, it doesn't matter.
and also,
I thought in New York. I thought the
And,
Rangers. I think the wait. I thought the Rangers moved to that new stadium
that's
near
the
Churchill Downs.
Islanders.
No, they didn't.
That's
Not
the
Churchill Downs.
Islanders. The Islanders did.
That was the Islanders.
Yes,
Okay.
that was the Islanders. Like
I
last
mean, yeah,
year.
they didn't have the problem, but you still might have that problem that persists. But
No,
the thing
wait.
is,
Why don't the
hey,
Coyotes?
but just answer this question. Just answer this question. Would you rather move to a stadium that you don't have to deal with possibly having a problem like that, or move to a stadium like, yeah, it's not likely, but you could run into a problem like that? What would you rather do?
I'll rather
If you're
go to
if
the
you're an
city
owner,
which has bigger market. And what city has a bigger market? Houston.
I feel like Kansas City has a bigger hockey market. I feel like I've
What?
seen I live here in Missouri. Hey, do you live in Texas? No. I live in this area. And there's a lot of people here in Kansas City that really want a hockey team. That
No shit.
really are backing the idea. A lot of people are really backing the idea of, oh my gosh, the Coyotes may relocate. Man, let's get them here to Kansas City. Even the mayor of Kansas City is wanting to get the Coyotes to come here. Like heck, even on Twitter, I was looking at Twitter today. He's all the way in St. Louis right now watching a Blues game a while back, but he posted on Twitter today. Kansas City loves hockey more
Patrick
than Houston.
Mahomes is a
And
Stars
plus,
fan. He's a Stars fan,
what?
Mahomes. Mahomes is a Stars
Okay,
fan.
and yes, he's a Stars
No, yeah,
fan.
no,
Okay.
he doesn't
Do you
need
think?
another one.
Do you think he was
He
a?
grew up in
Hey,
Texas.
do you think he
grew
was
up
a
in
Chiefs
Dallas.
fan? Do you think he's a Royals fan? Hey, do you think he's a Royals fan? He's not a Royals fan, is he?
Yes,
No,
he
he's not.
definitely is.
But guess what? He has part ownership in the Royals. He's not a Royals fan, actually. He is not a Royals fan, but he owns a part of the Royals. He's a Rangers fan, actually. If you want to be honest, he's a Rangers fan, but he owns a part of the Royals, though. He's not a Royals fan, is he? No. You don't have to like the franchise. Yes, he could be a Dallas Stars fan, but he can still buy the Arizona Coyotes. You don't have to like that team in order to buy it. Hell, I like the Royals, but I would go buy the Cardinals if it was available. I don't like the Cardinals, but if it was available, I'd go buy them. Like, you get my point there, Trev? Yeah, he likes the Stars, okay? I like the Blues. But if we get the Arizona Coyotes, I'd still like the Blues, but I'd support the Coyotes, though. Like, I get that Houston, yes, stronger market, but I really don't see anybody really saying Houston. Like, I've been looking at Twitter ever since this happened. I'm not seeing a lot of people saying, "Oh, they should move to Houston. Oh, they should move to Houston."
Okay,
I'm seeing more of they should move to Kansas City. They should move to Kansas City.
okay, Hugh. Look, okay, so on Instagram, there's this guy, Puck Empire. You guys probably don't know him. He's like the biggest hockey guy on Instagram. And these were his top 10 relocation spots. I'm going to just name you all of them. The top is the most likely Houston, Texas, Salt Lake City, Sacramento, San Diego, Milwaukee, Oklahoma City, Atlanta, Portland, Kansas City, Quebec City, Hamilton, and okay, I don't know how to say that last name, but yeah, you Halifax.
Yeah, you could put out a list. Hey, you could put out a list all you want. I could give a list right now. I could name cities out of nowhere
Okay,
and put them on a list.
Be honest. So
I
Atlanta
mean, to be fair,
Atla-
whoever has the best money, best market gets the team. That's just my opinion.
Atlanta.
Hey,
do
okay,
you
hey,
think
tell me
Atlanta-
this. Hey, Trevor, tell me this. Who do you think has the money in Houston to bring them to Houston? Coyotes to Houston.
Atlanta.
Name one person. Yeah, but Atlanta's not on the list to get the Coyotes.
Yes, they are.
I have not seen Atlanta getting the Coyotes on the list anywhere. I have not seen that on Twitter anywhere. The only cities I've seen are Houston, San Antonio, and Kansas City. I have seen nowhere have I seen Atlanta.
I'm not seeing San Antonio anywhere. What the hell are you talking about?
Well, I've seen San Antonio. I've been looking at a lot of this Arizona Coyotes stuff. I've seen 3 cities: Houston, San Antonio, and Kansas City. That's all I've seen.
Atlanta's also there.
Well, I haven't seen Atlanta. I've not seen Atlanta anywhere. But I want to get back to the 3 cities again. I want to talk about these 3 cities. Tell me one person who you think's going to buy Houston. And really, by the way, the Coyotes are calling it a suck when they go to a place. Doesn't Houston already have enough sucky franchises that I feel like they wouldn't really pay attention because they're not really paying attention to the Texans. They really don't care about the Rockets. The only team they're really caring about is the Astros. The only team they really care about is the Astros, and to be fair, the Astros aren't even doing too hot this year. They're pretty mid.
Screw the Astros. I hate them.
Well, yeah, we all hate the Astros, but just to be fair, I mean, the Astros aren't even doing that good right now. They're not even leading their division. The Texas Rangers are. I mean, they're a city that's being ran by really one franchise. The other 2 franchises suck. You're going to Kansas City. I mean, you look at Kansas City. Okay, we got soccer, Sporting KC. we've won a lot of championships as of lately. Now this year is kind of down here. Kansas City Current, the women's soccer team we have, professional women's soccer. They won the championship last year. Kansas City Chiefs. They won the championship last year.
Messi. No, I need to ask Messi a question.
Let me finish what I'm saying. Hey, let me finish what I'm saying. I'm the host. I'm the host. I gotta finish what I'm saying. Okay. Really, the only terrible team in Kansas City is the Royals. I mean, they suck, but I mean, they won the World Series in 2015, so they at least won something in our lifetime. In Houston, look in Houston, okay? The only team that's won something in our lifetime is the Astros. The Rockets haven't won anything in our lifetime. The Texans haven't won anything in our lifetime. It's only the Astros. The Astros had to cheat to do it. And we could all agree that happened. That they got confident as well. You in Kansas City, a lot of these teams in Kansas City have actually won something in our lifetime. Heck, even Kansas City has a NASCAR track. Houston couldn't say they have a NASCAR track. San Antonio couldn't say they have a NASCAR track. I feel like Kansas City is a bigger and better sports market than Houston and San Antonio. Even make this better. Hey, I'm not done. Even make this better. Who has a World Cup game scheduled for the next World Cup? Not Houston, not San Antonio, but Kansas City has a World Cup game scheduled.
Let me pull up the 2026 World Cup stadium. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna.
I think there's a World Cup game in Dallas, but not Houston and San Antonio.
Segment Path to Football. Getting my own segment, Path to Football. Now, all right, Trevor, ask me your question. What do you want to ask me?
Where would you rather play, Houston or Kansas City?
To be fair, I have literally no idea. I don't know much about hockey. All I know is the Rangers and the Rangers.
Okay, just say.
But in my personal opinion, whoever has the money gets the team. That's all I'm saying.
Atlanta or Kansas City?
I really have no idea. But like I said before,
okay.
Whoever has the money.
It doesn't have to be hockey. It could be any sport. Let's say you're a football player and you have to choose between Kansas City and Houston. Where would you play?
Let's say NCAA.
Hey, put records aside. Put records aside, okay? Like, put every record aside. In this scenario, forget about what each team's record was last year. If you're a football player, if both Houston and Kansas City went in football 17-0, which team would you rather play for, the Chiefs or the Texans? In Kansas City or Houston?
Play for? No. What stadium would you rather play in? Not play for. Obviously, you'll play for Patrick fucking Mahomes. But what stadium would you rather play in? What stadium would you play in? This is hockey. Okay, we were talking about football, but this is hockey. You're not playing with Patrick Mahomes.
You want to talk about hockey? Look up the T-Mobile Center, okay? Look up that stadium, and then look up the Toyota Center in Houston. Which stadium would you rather play in, Sonny Messi?
Let me search it up.
Yeah, search it up. Sonny Messi, you could do the same thing.
T-Mobile Stadium is in fucking Las Vegas.
No, look up the one in Kansas City. Look up T-Mobile Center, Kansas City.
Bro, that's not even the first one that pops up. How disappointing.
Well, because they have an actual franchise in Las Vegas. They have an actual hockey franchise there.
The stadium's a little bit too pink. Now,
with T-Mobile, it's the lights. It's just lights that are inside. It's not a pink stadium. It's all windows on the outside.
Oh my God! Holy shit! That
What?
stadium is beautiful.
What stadium?
The Toyota.
What stadium?
No, it's not.
Oh my
It's not
god.
better than the T-Mobile Center. It's not better than the T-Mobile
Yes,
Center.
it is.
Show me. Show me
I'll
image.
I'll
Picture.
send it.
Give me a
I'll
picture.
send it in the group.
Give me a
Wait.
Yeah,
I'll
send
send-
pictures of both of them to the group chat and send it
I'll
to
send it
Messi.
right now.
Let Messi see them. I already know what both of them look like. If I was a hockey player, I'd rather play in.
I'll be back in like 2 minutes. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Wait.
To be fair,
I
I
would
really
say
have no
I
idea where the Coyotes will be.
this is an unbiased opinion. I mean, obviously, I like Kansas City, but this unbiased opinion, I think they might go to Kansas City. Like for what I've heard, I think Mahomes might buy. I think Pat Mahomes might buy. I feel like Trev's being a little biased because he kind of hates. Trev's being a little biased because he hates the Chiefs. He's a Jaguars fan, so I know he's being biased. I mean, he's biased all the time in this podcast.
I mean, I think probably he's upset about that divisional round loss.
Yeah, probably. Well, that's it for today's episode. I want to thank Trev. I want to thank Sonny, Messi. His first episode. Hey, how do you like being on the podcast? You like it?
To be honest, I really like it. Really enjoy it. Hopefully, get more involved to this podcast. Hopefully, be back. Hopefully Sunday. But other than that, really enjoyed it. Thanks for having me. I want to wish everyone.
I know I'm gonna try to have you on a lot. I like having you on.
I wish everyone have a happy summer. God bless everyone. Appreciate it.
Well, I'm Ty Walker. That's Sonny Messi, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Peace out, boys.